everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley and this is Bliss Studio Hobbies. So for this video we are going to do another WIP and chat. Yes, so I am still working on Saved by the Manatee by Tabitha Lozano from Lazy River Diamond Painting. So I'm still working on this canvas. I want to finish this canvas by the end of the month. Today is Saturday the 24th, so I don't have that many days left, but I am off of work on Monday and Tuesday. I took those days off for something else, but my plans got canceled for this weekend. So I'm off those 2 days, so I should be able to finish this diamond painting, even though I'm not that far in. This is my second row, and I have, after I finish these 2 squares, which I will finish these 2 squares today, I'll have 2 rows left and a little bit on the edge. But that little bit on the edge is all color blocking. So I should be able to get this done in the next 4 days. Is that Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? Yes, 4 days. So I've diamond painted. I've completed diamond paintings much quicker than that. So hopefully I can get this done for this month. I haven't been diamond painting a ton lately. I have been concentrating on being more active and getting my steps in and going for walks and things like that. And I've been reading a lot too. I think I mentioned that in my last WIP and chat. So I haven't been diamond painting a ton. So yes, I need to make up for that in the next 4 days. So I was just recording a different video and I'm like, I want to get some diamond painting done. So I started diamond painting and I'm like, why not record my WIP and chat that I need to record anyway for Wednesday? So I might as well get a little bit of diamond painting done and record a video, right? So this is Saved by the Manatee. I mentioned that. I think all of the things that I'm working with are the same as my last WIP and chat because I haven't changed canvases. So I did kit up in my little rainbow kit up 3D printed thing that my husband 3D printed me. I'm using some Mary Mud from Mary Making Crafts and More. I have some cover minders from my shop, the trash minder, Be Kind to Yourself. I needed that reminder today, and then the little fish in the baggie. And then this little cover minder, the starfish, is from Lazy River Diamond Painting. It came with my diamond painting, I believe. Where's my magnet? Lost my magnet. All right, there we go. So there's that. And then I have the older style Bella Arte Nicole tray that I'm working with. And I have this rainbow pin that I'm working with today. It's from Amazon. This is one of my favorite pins as well. I have like 3 or 4 favorite pins, but I love this pin when I plan on diamond painting for a long time and I don't want the big chunky pins because they tend to be a little bit heavier. I go for this lightweight pin when I know I'm going to be diamond painting for a long time. So let's get into the video. We are also going to do Am I the A-hole style like we did last time. But I did want to, one thing that I wanted to bring up is Instagram, IG. So I've been having some frustrations on there. You know how you make a post and then after you make a post and you use certain hashtags and then the bot pages, they have to be bot pages or something, because soon as I make my post, like seconds later, these pages are underneath in the comments saying DM to whatever and we'll promote you, DM it to this site and we'll promote you. Like if I use a hashtag like Etsy shop or a hashtag small business, they are underneath in the comments saying DM to Etsy USA and we'll promote your page or something, like your Etsy shop. And then they're in the inbox, they're underneath the pictures. It's just so annoying. And I'm like, I don't want, leave me alone. So most of the times I like block the pages or I just delete their comment that they made. even sometimes I've liked the comments. I don't know. It just depends on how I'm feeling, but it has become really annoying. So I'm like, okay, let me not use those hashtags anymore, like Etsy shop, small business, all that, you know, and it's less frequent when I don't use those like catchy hashtags, but you want to use those because you want to get your picture out there, right? So I don't know, it's just been really annoying with the like the bot pages or whatever, and then the fact that they're inboxing you as well as commenting. Like legitly one day I posted something, a new listing for my Etsy shop, which will be linked in the description box down below. And there was like 7 of those bot messages underneath my photo. I was so annoyed. And then they like inboxing like, hey, I don't know if you saw my comment. Please like my comment and respond. And I'm like, oh my gosh, leave me alone. So that is my small rant for the day. That's really annoying. And I'm like, can't Instagram do something about this? This is annoying. It makes me not even want to post. And I don't even post that much on Instagram. I need to get better at that. Maybe I'll make a post after this video. I don't know. But I need to get better at that. And I need to start doing reels and things like that. But it's just kind of like an annoyance for me. So that's what I have to say about that. So I have been walking more. I think I also mentioned that I was in that step challenge. I'm in the step challenge on the Blunts and Gems Discord server. So I've been like tracking my steps more, and I realized by tracking my steps that I don't move a lot. And I'm like, man, I am really sedentary, which is not good. So it has motivated me to make sure I am getting my allotted steps for the day. I did set my watch at 7,000. I think the average human really needs 7,500 steps per day. I know all the watches say 10,000, but I think you actually need 7,500 if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I did set my watch to 7,000, but every day I've been getting like 10,000 steps per day. I've been going on walks when I'm at work and I take a break. I'll walk around the hospital, the perimeter of the hospital outside, a couple of times. And I've been doing that like twice while I'm at work. So I've been getting like all of my steps. And I'm very fortunate where I am very flexible at work, where I can say, okay, I'm going to go take a quick walk before I finish what I'm doing, you know. So I've been grateful for that. I was so happy. Like I made it around. So initially when I was doing it, I wasn't making it around the entire perimeter of the hospital, right? And I don't work at a huge hospital or anything like that. But I was not able to make it around. So I would have to go into one of the side doors when I was like exhausted and didn't want to walk anymore. Yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? I didn't work yesterday. It was the day before. I made it around the hospital 2 times. I was so proud of myself and so happy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, can't believe it. So now I'm off the extra days and I'm like, okay, so I'm going to walk around my neighborhood up to get my steps in. Yesterday, it was like raining outside. So I did one of those step videos on YouTube here, and they have tons of step videos. I didn't even realize that there were so many step videos on YouTube. But there was one like 1 mile walk or 3 mile walk or 30-minute walk, things like that. So you can pick whatever video fits your fancy. So that's my option for when it's like nasty outside and things like that. And it's like walking in place videos. Do you guys think that's cheating? Do you guys think walking in place doesn't actually count as walking? Honestly, when I'm walking in place, I am a lot more tired than I am just like propelling myself and walking. Because yesterday when I was like doing the walking in place, I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I so exhausted? I'm like, does this expand more energy than me just actually like walking? Oh, you know what? It probably does, because those walking videos, they have you walking and moving your legs, but you're also doing like arm lifts and squat and walks, step to the side and walk, kick your legs and walk. So I guess it would expel more energy than me just actually just walking, because I was exhausted after the 30-minute walk video, and after my walks I'm like more energized. So yeah, I guess that's that. So the walking videos are a little harder than actually just walking, but it's nice to change it up a little bit. So after I finish this, so right now I only have 2,400 steps. It's 11 a.m. so I am going to go on a walk. I should have done it earlier before it gets too hot, but I'm gonna go on a walk. So you guys know I have a dog, a puppy. He's 1 year old, and I want to go on a walk, but I don't want to take him with me. And if I go on a walk and not take him, I feel so guilty because he loves walks, but I don't love walking with him. And it's so sad because I would love to be able to walk around with him for an extended period of time, but I want to go on like a 45-minute walk around my neighborhood, and holding him, pulling on the leash for 45 minutes it's not enjoyable. So I feel bad. I do need to get him some training. He's getting worse and worse on the leash. Before, he was easily redirectable, and now I think I'm like, is it something to do with the fact that maybe something to do with him wanting to mate? What I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought. But there was this dog walking past us, and he would not settle down. He wanted to get to that dog so bad, and he has never acted like that before. And I'm like, what is going on? And you call his name and he would not settle down. He just kept jumping, pulling the leash and everything. And when he pulls the leash, it really hurts my back. So that's why it's not really all that enjoyable. And before you can redirect him, you can tug the leash a little bit and he will redirect, but he would not redirect. And he's been doing that a lot more lately. And I didn't initially want to get him fixed or anything like that, but he's starting to have these behaviors, and I'm like, I don't know if that's the issue or if he just needs like more training. But like, we are doing the trainings and watching the videos and doing what they say, but they work sometimes, and other times they just don't work. And I try to be consistent. Like I said, I try to be consistent when we walk. I try to be consistent with what I'm trying to do. I'm really losing my train of thought here. Having a hard time finding my words. But it's just seeming, it's worse than it was last WIP and Chat when I discussed this. It's like worse. And I'm like, what is going on? Is that the reason? Or is it just like a behavior thing? He's pulling to the point where like, I'm like, stop choking yourself. And I was watching this one video where the guy, he would stop walking when the dog was pulling and not continue to walk until the dog was settled down. I do that and he settles down, and then as soon as we start walking again, he's back to being like rambunctious. So it's like I can't enjoy my walks because I'm so busy like doing like the training stuff with him. So I'll probably go on a walk alone and then take him on a separate walk, because I can walk with him for like 15-20 minutes and then I am absolutely done and exhausted and frustrated. So but I do want to go on that longer walk. I rambled all that just to say I want to walk by myself. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Let's get into our Am I the A-hole post. Hopefully I found some good ones. These are newer ones that I literally just looked at the titles. I was trying to find funny ones, but I really didn't want to look read the whole post because what am I working on? Oh, I already did F. I had 2 colors out. I hate having the 2 colors out and they're close to one another because I'm like, wait a minute, am I placing the wrong drill? But no, I am working on the J's now. I finished the F's. So let's read a couple of these. Like I was saying, I am trying to find some funny titles, but I don't know. We'll see what we get, and I'll get better at picking the stories, I guess. All right, so am I the a-hole for mocking my friend's husband's weight? I thought this one would be very interesting. So let's see what it says. Oh, I moved my laptop over too much into my field. Okay. My 22 female best friend Jenny, 23 female, just recently had a baby with her husband Tom, 25 male. My boyfriend and I got to meet their baby boy for the first time last weekend when they came over to our flat for dinner. I have to remember I'm on the J's. We have a hot tub on our balcony that my parents gave us for Christmas last year, and I told them to bring swimwear so we could go in after dinner. What could go wrong here? After dinner. My boyfriend wasn't up for it, so he held the baby while... I am so sorry, guys. I have 75 steps left this hour, so I'm going to go take those steps and then continue. All right, sorry about that, guys. My watch gives me reminders every hour when I haven't moved enough. I think I need 250 steps per hour. So sorry, I wanted to finish my hour out so I can get my active points. And let's continue. My boyfriend wasn't up for it, so he held the baby while us 3 got ready to get into the tub. Jenny was the last person to get changed and came out of the bathroom in a bikini. I thought she looked amazing, really happy and glowing, but Tom kind of laughed and said something about her still having some weight to lose before she'd be... But Tom kind of laughed and said something about her still having some weight to lose before she'd be as attractive as she was before her pregnancy. Oh, okay. I was a bit stunned by the comment, and even though Jenny didn't say anything, her smile disappeared, and she looked obviously uncomfortable. She and I had talked about her struggling with weight gain during her pregnancy, and I thought Tom's comment was more than insensitive. More than insensitive, I'll say. I got angry because I started wondering what he might be saying to her in private if he was comfortable dropping lines like that in front of other people. So I responded with, "She just had a baby. What's your excuse?" I love it. The dude has a hefty beer belly and a double chin, but thinks he can joke about a new mom's weight. He got really defensive and told me that I need to learn how to take a joke before stomping off to the hot tub. Jenny chuckled at my comment, and I thought that was that. But when they left for the night, Tom pulled me aside and told me to keep my nose out of other people's business. Whoa. Okay. So, let me finish. I don't think I was entirely in the wrong, but my boyfriend told me that I shouldn't have reacted at all because it really wasn't my business. And I think Tom's reaction speaks for itself. And it makes me wonder whether I might have been the a-hole in that situation. So I'm going to vote not the a-hole. How? There's so many things. She just had your child 3 months ago, and you're commenting on how she could stand to lose the baby weight before she's as attractive as she was before. I don't care if the guy was overweight or not. That is insensitive. And how dare he tell the friend that you should learn how to take a joke? How about you learn how to take a joke? Like, and stay out of their business. You put me in your business when you made that insensitive comment about my friend. And I probably would have done the same thing or even worse. Like, And she had this man's child. That's crazy. I think that's really insensitive, and you literally embarrassed her in front of her friends. Gosh. What do you guys think? I think everyone would say the friend wasn't the a-hole. If he wouldn't have said anything in public, and then if the friend was just telling me he was saying these things, I mean, I wouldn't have said anything. But the fact that you made it known and you said it to everyone in public, that puts me in your business. So don't tell me to stay out of your business. You keep me out of your business by keeping your nasty comments to yourself. Let's see what other people had to say. Okay, what was the vote? Not the a-hole is the vote. Okay. And then let's see what the top comment is. Not the a-hole. Insulting your partner in front of other people deserves a calling out. Exactly. Like, what? Saying anything negative about your partner in front of other people is like inappropriate. And then when you say those things in front of other people, you give other people the right to comment on your situation. I'm sorry. Edit. Good for you. OP, original poster. Keep fighting the good fight. The only way to stop bullying is to throw whatever they're giving right back in their smug face. We cannot tolerate the intolerable. Love y'all. Stay safe. Yeah, that has 20K upvotes. Also, he can't claim it's a private matter when he said it right in front of you. Not the a-hole. Not only that, but why can't he joke about his wife's body after she just gave birth to his baby, but no one can respond about his body? And original poster's boyfriend reaction is a huge red flag, if you ask me. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. The boyfriend siding with him. Yeah. Not the a-hole. That one was easy, right? I can't believe that. Stay out of our business. Well, stop putting me in your business. And I should take a joke, but he couldn't take a joke about his own body? Okay. Moving right along to the next one. Oh gosh. Am I the a-hole for kicking my sister out after she found and exposed my secret to our family? So here's the backstory. First, I'm 36 and live in the UK. I bought my home with some compensation money I received about 7 years ago. It was enough to allow me to buy a decently sized home with a little extra for a rainy day. That's awesome. I work part-time to pay the regular bills and give me some spending money. I'm not super well off, but I'm a lot better off than most are. During COVID, my sister lost her job and ended up moving in with me. And I'm the only one of our family in the area, and the arrangement made was that I would allow her to stay in exchange for her covering half of the utilities and some token rent once she got a new job. That all happened. All right, so let's see where it all went wrong. For the last few years, this has all worked out well. I wonder how long the sister was supposed to stay, but I don't think that's what this is about. For the last few years, this has all worked well. But recently, she ended up discovering a secret of mine, which is very embarrassing to have others know of, but only has impact on me and is really no one else's business. This week told our other sisters and our mom. Oh, I guess this week, it's a typo. This week, she told our other sisters and our mom about it, causing me a significant amount of embarrassment, stress, and feelings of betrayal. Since I've now been effectively outed as a freak and a weirdo to the rest of my family, I've given her until Sunday to leave before I change the locks. She's complaining that she has nowhere to go. No one else lives locally enough to take her in and let her keep her job. I told her that since for the past few years she's only been paying minimal rent, she should have plenty saved up to put at least a rental deposit down. She's saying I'm being an a-hole for giving her no time, but I just don't want her here anymore after taking something so private to me and just casually dropping it to all the people I care about. So my question is, am I the a-hole? So I wonder what the secret is. I really want to know what the secret is, but either way, see, whatever the secret is, okay, so let me think about this. I don't think he's the a-hole necessarily. I think the time frame in which he's telling her to get out is a little bit short. He said he's giving her until Sunday. I don't know when this was posted, but I take it Sunday was within the next week or something like that. So let's say a week to move out. I don't think that's like necessarily enough time to give someone. I know here that he lives in the UK. I don't know what their laws are or whatever, but I know here you have to actually evict someone in order to get them out. If that's been their residence for a certain period of time, and she's lived there for a few years, so you would have to evict them and give them like a 30-day notice. So like a week to move out, I don't think that's enough time. But I also think the sister is the one that's an a-hole, because how dare she take someone else's secret and tell the whole family. And for you to be uncomfortable in your own home because of someone else, I mean, I know how that is too. So I would probably not want that person in my space as well. But, you know, I would probably, by me being their sibling, I would probably give them a little more time to move out. But all in all, I don't think this person is the a-hole. That sister should have kept the secret. So let's see. Not the a-hole is the vote. Let's see what some other people said. What do you guys think on that? Because for me, that one was, I had to think about it a little bit. You know, the only thing, okay, so this one has 3.5K upvotes. You know, the only thing anyone wants to know is what the secret was. Yes, how big and bad matters in this scenario. Is it just embarrassment or possible other fallout from it being known? Mostly not the a-hole, your house and your rules. Yeah, exactly. Like, I really want to know what the secret is. But I mean, yeah, it is his home. He was doing her a favor and she betrayed his trust. So, I mean, yeah. Big enough that even on a new account, I don't want to type it. But not bad, just very embarrassing as for other people to know about. Oh, is that the original poster? Oh, the original poster, that was what they said. The big enough part. And then I just want to be clear that Reddit curiosity doesn't mean you should share anything you don't want to share. So long as a secret doesn't involve harm to others and you say it doesn't, your secrets are nobody else's business. Yep, that's always been my feeling about it. It causes no harm to anyone, including myself. Okay, this is the original poster. And it's not something that anyone else needs to worry about, but it is really embarrassing to have people know about. And worse, to see the look they gave me when they all do know. Okay. So I'm going to, yeah, I said not the a-hole. So yeah, that one is that one. Let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think the secret is? A lot of people in the comments as I was scrolling were saying something like BDSM or something, and the original poster said no, that's not it. Oh, Pokemon. Let's see. Oh, I saved one and I labeled it Pokemon. It was, am I the a-hole for telling my sister it's a bad idea to name her child after a Pokemon character? And this one, sorry, this post has been removed by the moderators. Oh my gosh, I saved this one that says, am I the a-hole for telling my wife the lost submarine had imploded? Now, I save these based on the title and don't actually read the story because I want to give like my first reactions to it, you know? and it's been removed. Am I going to have to start like reading the story so I can tell you guys about it? I don't know. This one was removed too, so I don't know what that one was about. I saved like 4 or 5, and I did this last night while I was laying in bed so that it'll be fresher for today. What is this one? I have 2 more that I saved. It's loading. Alrighty. Will I be the a-hole if I don't let my friend bring her ESA, emotional support animal, to my home? Ooh, I did save this one. All right. This one's really short. I've been getting back in touch with an old friend lately, and she wants to come over. She has an emotional support dog I haven't met. She does have legitimate mental health issues, but my recollection is that her previous dog's pets were not always well behaved. She says that the dog goes everywhere with her. They're a package deal. All right. So I live in a small apartment with no yard or outdoor space beyond a small patio. Additionally, I've got 2 cats who get visibly spooked when they hear dogs barking outside. I don't want to cause them that kind of stress or have to lock them in a room to keep the animals separate. I'm not comfortable having a dog over. Will I be the a-hole if I tell her she can't bring the dog? And then they have 2, like a number 1 and a number 2. Number 1, I plan to refuse to let someone bring an ESA into my home. Number 2, I might be the a-hole for wanting to deny a reasonable accommodation to someone with legitimate mental illness. So before I scroll, there's no overall vote on this one that I see, but I don't think this person is the a-hole. Maybe this person can go to her friend's house instead of the friend coming over. Like, I understand that it's an emotional support animal and she needs that animal. I am in agreement with that. I don't think anything's wrong with that. But she has cats who are afraid of dogs, and she has a small space, so it's going to be difficult to separate them. So I don't think this poster will be the a-hole if she tells her friend that she doesn't want to have her at her house. And the friend should understand that. So, but there are alternatives. You can meet at the other person's house and go there because your cats can stay home, right? Or you guys can meet like at a public place, like meet at a park and talk, because dogs are allowed at parks. You can meet at the park and talk, or you can meet at an outdoor restaurant or something where dogs are allowed. There's several restaurants in my area where dogs are allowed. So you can meet somewhere else. So I don't think you are the a-hole, but maybe just make like other arrangements. It's almost time to change my putty. Make other arrangements so you guys can visit with each other and catch up. It's an old friend. Who knows if you guys are even going to vibe again? I shouldn't have added that part. But I don't think this person is the a-hole for now allowing the emotional support animal over. Even if the person just didn't want the animal over, I mean, there's other ways that they can meet and catch up, right? Let's see what other people had to say. Not the a-hole. As soon as you mentioned the cats, that was it. That is their home too, and she doesn't have the right to make them feel threatened. If you guys want to reconnect, do it at her place or public. Oh my gosh, if she can't go without her ESA. And then it has 596 upvotes. This was posted relatively, and then let's see when this was posted. Oh, 17 hours ago. So yeah, I was literally on Reddit last night saving these newer ones. And then someone said 100% everything you said, not the a-hole. So good. The top voted comment is what I said. So, and I did not make that top voted comment, by the way. It's just great mind thinks alike. So yeah, not the a-hole. I don't think so. And then I saved one last one. I don't think it was, I titled it Foster Mom. So what is it? Oh my gosh, this one was removed too. Am I the a-hole for not letting my family see my kids after they made comments about my foster kids' weight and refused to let them have a snack? This one was removed by the moderators. So I am just going to go right now and find another story, because those are the 4 or 5 that I saved. And because so many of them were removed, let me just go. I know there's a way that you could maybe take a screenshot of it. Maybe I'll screenshot it so that I can read it even if it is removed. That's what I'll do from now on, because I am finding that a lot of them are being removed. So let me just scroll down and find one. All right, this one says, am I the a-hole for refusing to clean my car? Alrighty. I, 17 female, is currently learning how to drive. My parents were very excited for me since I can drive my siblings to school and no longer need to take time off of work. I don't mind the idea because I do want to help my parents out, and I also don't want my parents to assist me. One day, as I was learning, my parents promised to give me a car when I get my driver's license. I certainly didn't care what type of car or if it's used, as long as it does its job and ready to go. Oh, that's awesome. Because I know some people, they want the newest car. All right, once during summer break, my parents surprised me and told me that I got a new car and that it came early. I was happy, and they showed me. It was my dad's old car. I didn't care if it was used, but what came next is the problem. Alrighty. And this is a 17-year-old, so. My dad, 40 male, opened the car door and the inside destroyed me. The driver's seat was ruined and the cotton and metal was out. There was dirt on the floor and even food. Wrappers, water bottle, gum jackets, liquid, etc. was everywhere. It was effing disgusting. The cup holder was the worst of all. Rotten and moist coffee stains all over it and the inside. I showed my boyfriend and he nearly vomited at the sight. I awkwardly smiled at my dad, who grabbed a bucket of cleaning supplies and handed it to me, telling me to clean it and that it was mine. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, what? Excuse me? I was pissed. This is my gift, my surprise. I was enraged when I asked him to help me, but he said, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Honestly, I'm not surprised. He has always been a man-child. My mother always cleaned up after him, but not me. Instead, I dropped the bucket and left. The next day, they asked if I was finished, and I told them that I won't be cleaning the car. They are not happy and told me that I'm being dramatic. Maybe I am, but who in the hell gives anyone a dirty gift and expect them to be happy? As long as it wasn't damaged or dirty, I would have been happy, but no. Am I the a-hole? First of all, who has all of this rotten food, coffee, and crap in their car? Like, I know my car can get a little junky, but as I'm reading this, food wrappers, water bottle, gum jackets, liquid everywhere, coffee stains, rotten food, like, and this is your dad's old car. The dad sounds awful, like, as far as cleanliness. Like, what? Wow. And what? I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to process everything, because the dad said, we have a gift and it arrived early. How did this arrive early when it was the dad's old car? Did I miss something or misunderstand when I was reading? What is going on? Okay. I'm torn on this one. Here, you know how Reddit has this thing where it says everyone sucks? I think in this situation, everyone sucks. And not necessarily. Like, I can't stop, like, giggling because I'm like, what did I just read? Okay. If it was me, I would have put on a mask and cleaned the car, because I would have been grateful for the car and happy for the car. But not wanting to clean up rotten food, I don't think this poster is the a-hole. I don't think so. Because, what? I'm with the poster, not the a-hole. because they're like, we have a surprise for you, blah, blah, blah. My surprise is this rotten food that I have to clean out. Yeah, not the a-hole. Not the a-hole for me. Okay, let's read the first comment. 3.4K upvotes. Not the a-hole. Your parents are really pieces of work. The car seat is an essential piece of safety gear. Oh, I forgot. I was so fixated on that rotten food that I forgot that the car seat was cotton exposed into the metal. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. I said not the a-hole anyway. So, the car seat is an essential piece of safety gear. If it's not working right or structurally compromised, you can get badly hurt in an accident. And I'm betting that plenty of other stuff is broken too. Woo. So that was 3.4K upvotes. And then the second one with 1.2K upvotes. My grandparents gifted me their old beater. I didn't know they still had it. They had a newer car for a while to learn with. They had it detailed, professionally clean. It was absolutely spotless, even smelled new. That's what you should have gotten. Also, the compromised safety is a huge issue. That's just not okay. Yeah, I forgot about that seat looking like that. If that seat was like that, maybe I wouldn't have cleaned it. But I think what were the parents thinking? Like, I wouldn't think, I'm not a parent. What do I know, right? I always say that. But I wouldn't want to, like, give my child this gift with rotten food in it. Was there some lesson they were trying to teach her? Is there more to the story? I didn't think the poster was the a-hole anyway, but what is going on? This was posted 13 hours ago. So 12 hours ago, so there is no overall vote, but it looks like a lot of people are saying not the a-hole. Plus, they expect her to drive her siblings to school. They are putting all their kids in danger. Yeah. Oh, there were so many parts of this that I didn't realize with that car seat. Yes, not the a-hole. Everyone's saying not the a-hole. OP should get her dad a watch for his birthday, pack it in a box, and then take his shit in it. If he gets pissed, she has to be all indignant of what the problem is. He should just wash it. Okay, yes. I mean, that's funny. Someone said that. As a parent, I am at a loss regarding what lesson they were trying to teach you or why they thought this would be okay. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't give, I don't, that's weird. So that one is that one. And let's find one more. Oh, I see the one I already saved. Am I the a-hole for mocking my friend's husband's weight? Oh, am I the a-hole for abandoning my coworker on the side of the road? This one was 14 hours ago. Title makes it sound bad, but that's how my boss is describing it. Okay. Guys, I forgot about diamond painting with that last one with that rotten food in the car. Wow. Alrighty, so let's get back to this story. This will delay a couple of drills. I always think I'm going to get a lot of diamond painting done, but it's quite okay. All right. I was asked to drive a coworker to the company's warehouse so he can pick up a vehicle and bring it back to the office. Okay. This coworker has the worst hygiene of anyone I've ever met. That's why I like to blindly read these, because of what I was not expecting that. That's funny. Not funny, but you know. He constantly comes into work without showering, and he's admitted he doesn't brush his teeth because it makes his gums bleed. Your gums are bleeding because you don't brush your teeth. Anyway, dude smells like SHIT 99% of the time and can stink up your average size office. So I was not excited to be giving him a ride in my car. Guys, I'm really immature, and I'm sorry for laughing at things that aren't funny all the time, but that's just who I am. I inappropriately laugh all of the time. It's a sickness. All right, let's get back to the story. I drove with my windows down, and on the way to the warehouse, we passed through an area that was a residential neighborhood with a bunch of small dairy and livestock farms. I'm sorry. I'm like, what is about to happen? He told me to, not ask, roll the window up because the farm smelled like S-H-I-T. I told him they still smell better than his body odor and the windows are staying down. It's worth noting that me and this coworker do not get along for reasons other than his poor hygiene. We start arguing back and forth and he tells me to pull your effing car over. So I did just that, and he got out on the street that had a bunch of houses and a small convenience store and told me to F off. So I promptly left. Not long after, I got a call from my boss screaming at me for abandoning that a-hole in the middle of nowhere and not doing what he asked me to do. I tried to tell him that he voluntarily got out of my car in a residential area, but he wasn't hearing it, and I got told to go pick him up. I replied that I would only get him if he popped a breath mint, and I got told to start my weekend early and not come back to the office until Monday. Feels like a reward to be frank, but am I the a-hole? I'm laughing because, as you can tell, I wanted to laugh during the whole thing, but I was trying to read it. And I'm laughing because he didn't like the smell of the livestock. So he said, roll up your window. And the guy said, the livestock smells better than your body odor. What is happening? And this guy, okay, so the reason why, okay, people with body odor, I mean, that's not really funny. Maybe it is, I don't know. But the fact that this guy just admits that, oh, I don't brush my teeth because my gums bleed. Like, what? You know, and I shouldn't laugh because maybe there's some other, mental kind of things going on with this person. So I really shouldn't be laughing, but some things are just, funny when you hear them, right? Anyway, I'm going to say not the a-hole on this one. Let me know what you guys think. The guy told him to pull his car over, and, he did. And the guy voluntarily got out. He's an adult. He shouldn't have gotten out the car. And I wonder how far the warehouse was. Were they close to the warehouse where he could have just we're going to be there in 5 minutes. You'll be fine. But no, if I'm in my car and I say, no, I want to leave the windows down. You can get mad if you want, but it is my car. Of course, I'm going to try to make my passenger comfortable, but if they smell bad and they know they smell bad and they're just, doing things like not brushing their teeth and things like that, then that's kind of his own fault, right? I'm trying to kind of be sensitive, but, sometimes it is what it is. So I'm not the a-hole, and how dare the boss say that he was being an a-hole for not doing what the passenger wanted him to do? What? Well, the boss should have drove his stinky self to the warehouse then, if he felt that way. He probably didn't want to for that reason. And what is it? What kind of job is this? Because I would have declined if driving my own personal vehicle is not a part of my job. So I wonder what kind of job this is, and if driving your personal vehicle is a thing in this job, because if it isn't, I would have had to decline, because I don't want my, if the guy has a body odor, I don't want my car to, smell. I wouldn't have made the rude remarks. That's the only thing. The only thing about that I would say a-hole is the rude remarks that he was making to the guy, like, it still smells better than your body. I would have just said, no, I want to leave the windows down, and you know, that was that. I wouldn't have like made those remarks, but overall, not the a-hole. Let's see. There's no overall vote. This was posted 14 hours ago, so let's see what other people had to say. Do they agree with me or not? Top vote, 4.2K upvotes, not the a-hole. Boss has no right to expect you to put up toxic fumes in your personal vehicle. Work should have paid for an Uber. Yes, that's what I... And then someone said, poor Uber. At least the Uber gets paid. Yeah, that's true. And can charge a cleaning fee if it's really, really bad. Okay, so that's just dialogue about that. Not the a-hole. It would be illegal to force him to stay in your car against his will. Yes, he wanted to get out. He's an adult. You know, that's that. The boss should have driven him in his car. That's another thing that I said. So yes. So they all agree. I am looking for like one where I disagree with the majority of the votes, but that's just not happening. One day I'll get there. All right, let's see if I can find one more. Last one. Am I the a-hole for clapping to the Friends theme song? What is this about? 13 hours ago it was posted. Okay. Am I the a-hole for clapping to the Friends theme song? My wife and I both like the show Friends and periodically watch it together. For some reason, I cannot fathom it bothers her when I clap to the theme song. Really bothers her. No, there is a brief moment in the beginning of the song where it claps quickly 4 times. It lasts for less than 2 seconds and then the song continues. Yes. This last time I clapped along anyway. Of course, she protested immediately. The conversation goes something like this. Her, why are you doing that again? You know I don't like it. Me, why does it bother you so much? Her, because it's corny and I don't like it. It's a pet peeve of mine. Me, but why though? Why at that level? Her, because I just don't like it. Don't you have pet peeves that bother you? Me, not really. Besides, I like it and the clapping lasts for 2 seconds. Why should I have to refrain simply because it bothers you for some indescribable reason? Her, fine then. I just won't watch the show with you anymore. In a serious, threatening tone. Me, you are being an a-hole and overreacting. She gets legitimately upset and mean about it. It's not a fun, lighthearted discussion as this sort of thing could be. I see her reaction as unreasonable and had to let her know that. Am I the a-hole? I don't think this person is the a-hole. It took me a second, and here's why. The wife said it's her pet peeve, and I was thinking some sounds, for me, there are some sounds that bother my inner ear. Some sounds, and my husband, like if he's watching something and I'm like, what is that? Like, can you turn that down? Like the sounds, it's just certain sounds for me. And I thought about that as I was making my decision, but the wife said it's a pet peeve of hers. And it like brings this guy joy to like clap. I don't know. But they are married, and like you try not to like you try to be respectful of your spouse and when you know they have a pet peeve, try not to do that. But it's something that he really enjoys doing. So I'm going to say not the a-hole still. Or is he obnoxiously like clapping? But I'm going to say not the a-hole. To me, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal to get into an argument. But I have gotten into an argument with my husband for much less. So I don't think the a-hole. I just think they have some differences there. And it's one of her pet peeves. We all have pet peeves. And we try to be respectful of one another. But if it's something that really brings some joy, is it even worth like going to that point over? So let's see what other people had to say. Oh, yay. Why do you enjoy purposefully irritating your wife? You're the a-hole. 3.9K upvotes is what everyone is saying. He's the a-hole. Like, he's an asshole, but she must have the tiniest skin I've ever seen. Yes. Everyone's saying he's the a-hole. I said he wasn't. Not necessarily. I hate loud noises too. Hurts my brain. And clapping in the room is different from clapping on a screen, as the sound level is usually adapted to not be louder than any other sound on the show. Even when you know it's coming because you have an a-hole of a husband who doesn't care that it bothers you, who still hate that would still hate that noise. Okay, so I didn't get that it like bothered her. It's just like a pet peeve, like clapping. For me, if it bothered me, I would be like, oh, it bothers me. The sound, I don't like the sound. It bothers me. But to me, when I read it, it sounded like it was the fact that he's getting so excited about the song and less about the clapping. That's how I read it, but other people are reading it as if the clapping itself, the noise, is bothering the wife. Remember, that's why I paused, because I'm like, is it actually the sound bothering the wife or the fact that this dude is getting too excited for friends, you know? So, I mean, guess that makes a difference, but I'm going to still say not the a-hole. Not everyone knows why they don't like something. I mean, that's true. The corniness is so loud it hurts. So that's another thing. She did say that it was like corny. So if it's like corny and the sound is not really bothering you, then, I mean, I don't think he's the a-hole. But other people are saying a-hole. There's no overall vote yet on this one. So guys, let me know. Now you have to let me know what this is, because some people disagree. I say not the a-hole. So this other person said, this is me. I also startle easily. It's so frustrating to be around obnoxiously loud humans. So that wasn't the argument that they had up here. She didn't say he's obnoxious or is loud. She said it's corny, you know, and it's a pet peeve. So I didn't get that the sound was actually bothering her. If I did read it that way, where the sound was bothering her, then I would say a-hole. But the fact that she's like, oh, that's just corny, that's not the a-hole for that. But let me know what you guys think. A lot of people are saying he's the a-hole because of the clapping sound. And how did you read it? Did you read it that it was about the sound, or was it about because it's corny? Or does the wife just not know how to express herself and it's really about the clapping sound? I don't know. All right, guys, so I guess that's the last one that we're going to read today. I do have a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this one. This is my this style of video. This is my second one. I don't get a lot of diamond painting done, but I am enjoying reading these stories, and I did enjoy reading a couple of the opinions that you guys posted on the last one. So make sure you let me know down below, especially on this last one about the clapping. Yes, I do agree that the clapping sound is annoying, but I just didn't read that it was about the clapping sound. So let me know if you guys disagree with me and think he is in fact the a-hole. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today. I hope you're getting lots of work done on your projects and you are getting up and moving around, being more active throughout your day. If you love diamond painting, crafting, and all things hobbies, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos with a friend. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.